Happy New Year, everyone. Dividend Enjoyer here, and today we're going to do a special stock analysis video. I've been saving this one. Walgreens Boots Alliance, ticker symbol WBA. I think that this is probably the worst stock in the S&P 500. I'm going to give you guys my reasoning on why I think this one's a stinker, why I don't think you should invest in it, and I'm going to be doing a DCF analysis, and it's going to absolutely shock you because I thought mine might have been off, but it's pretty in line with the consensus on this stock. So this is obviously, my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, but don't buy this stock. And I'm about to tell you why. But first, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. We're already at 41 subscribers, and I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this, and I really appreciate all of you guys for being here. Walgreens Boot Alliance, ticker symbol WBA, is down 65.25%. So the dividend yield is a 10.8% annually, but I do not think that this dividend is sustainable, and I will be making my thesis for that in this video. The 52-week low is $8.08, and the 52-week high is $27.05. This is obviously a terrible return, so this means whatever money you invested on January 1st, you would have lost 65% of, and I don't think this company is coming back. I mean, I've looked at the financials. They have so much debt. It's not a good company. Here are Walgreens cash flows for 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 in thousands. As you can see, from 2021 to 2022, it decreases 48.16%. From 2022 to 2023, it decreases 93.49%. And then from 2023 to 2024, it actually becomes negative and decreases 357.45%. So for the cheap price of $9.26, you can buy a stock that loses money at an average rate of 166% a year. I don't think this sounds like a very good investment, but maybe you do. I don't know. I think that this is a terrible company that continues to light money on fire. I think that 2021 should have been the bad year, or maybe a rebound year after COVID. I don't know. But certainly the company shouldn't be struggling in a time where there isn't COVID. Maybe they benefited from COVID somehow as, giving COVID vaccines or something like that. But the company clearly has trouble making money. And I think I think there's a lot of problems being such a niche retailer because you not only have other competition from like CVS and Rite Aid and other types of just companies like that, you also have to compete with companies like Amazon, grocery stores. I mean, there's really even dollar stores they're competing with. So it's such a weird kind of company to latch onto. They do a lot of things, but they don't do anything the best. And, if you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. And that's kind of how I feel about Walgreens. If you're holding the stock, I think you should sell out and get your money while you can. Again, not financial advice, but the this is a worse stock than Intel objectively. And I don't like Intel. I don't like Robinhood. I don't like a lot of, there's a lot of stocks I really have personal like almost beef with. But I've never traded Walgreens Boot Alliance. I never will. This stock is just objectively awful. I mean, I see no way of them making money. The only way I can see someone making money off of this is waiting for someone else to buy it for more than what the value is now. But that also doesn't make sense because if I want to buy Walgreens Boot Alliance, I'm just going to wait until they go bankrupt and then buy them for pennies on the dollar rather than offer more than what they're worth now. That's kind of my opinion on how these M&A guys are thinking, unless they're somehow incentivized to buy it through bonuses or something like that. But I don't see I don't see this stock making money. And you can see that especially too in some of the places where they're more lax on retail crime. I think that's really hurting Walgreens too. I also think Amazon is just crushing them too. There's just so many things working against Walgreens Boot Alliance that, it's unfortunate too. I hate kind of dunking on them while they're down, but I just really don't want anyone who watches me to buy the stock. I mean, you might even make money if you buy in now because it's so low, but I think the odds are against you, and I would rather you actually look at investing in something that makes money rather than sweating over a stock that's kind of garbage. Here we have my free cash flow model. I have those growth rates of the free cash flow that I showed before. I currently have a growth rate of 0% because that's what I think it's going to do. If I even put a 7%, guess what? That makes it worse because the cash flows are negative. And I don't think that they're going to be able to have positive cash flows. I think they're going to continue to lose money. Honestly, probably for the duration of the time that they exist as a company. I think they're going for bankrupt. And my model thinks so too, with a negative $42.34 valuation. And, we can change the discount rate around to, maybe make that better or worse in this case, because obviously it's negative cash flow. So it is a little bit harder to value, but with the amount of debt they have and with the amount of cash flow they're generating, I mean, they're taking on more debt to stay afloat, and then they're losing money. So eventually, what happens to a company or anyone who is losing money yearly and not making money and taking on loans is that eventually they lose so much money that whoever's giving them the loans is saying, we want our payment for our loans. And then they say, we don't have the payment. Well, then you're going to have to sell all your stores and give us your company. And then they say, okay. And, you know, that's kind of the road I think Walgreens is going down. I think they're going down the bankruptcy train. And, it's not like I love to see it. I don't understand why people are even looking at this stock because it is literally like unironically the worst stock in the S&P 500 and there's no growth here. It's not like I would rather buy something like a Tesla or a Palantir or something infinitely better, that just has insane growth in the future, but still not making money, but actually growing. Even Uber. I would take Uber over Walgreens. Please, just anything. This is the worst stock I think I've maybe ever looked at, actually. Other than, I mean, I haven't really valued penny stocks because I just don't trade them. I don't care to trade, you know, pink slips or anything like that. But Walgreens Boots Alliance is definitely the worst stock we've seen on the channel. I'm going to give it that distinction. It beat out Intel. It was a hard fight, and Walgreens is the worst stock in the S&P 500. I'm giving it that crown until further notice, until we find something worse that I don't like even more. And I'm scrutinous with every stock. Let me just say that. But I fully feel like if you're investing in this stock, you are totally in the wrong. I think that there are a lot of articles talking about this stock in a positive way, saying, "Oh, this they can turn it around, they can do this." It's cope, okay? It's cope, and they're just doing it to get clicks. I know that this stock, there are a lot of people interested in it because it's fallen so far year to date. And I just wanted to tell everyone that just because a stock is popular and it has a lot of clicks doesn't mean it's going to go up. I don't think this stock is going to go up. I think it's headed for bankruptcy road or someone's going to buy it. Someone's going to buy it for pennies on the dollar and liquidate all the stores and shut it down and let's say they agree to buy it for $10 a share. You're going to get your $10 in cash. Cool. You made 74 cents per share. Good job. This is totally hypothetical too. But let's say that happens. Good job. Let's say nobody wants to touch it until they actually go bankrupt and then they bid for it and then they pay, $2 a share. Boom, you just lost $7.26 waiting. Or they just go bankrupt and no one wants to buy it because it's not a good company. It's not a good business model. It's not a good industry. They don't do anything better than anyone else. And there's nothing positive about the stock. I don't like the stock, and I think I've said that enough. So if you guys like this stock analysis video of Boots Alliance, please let me know. Please subscribe. Please like. I kind of think that videos like this are fun every once in a while. I hope it was informative. I don't really want to even go into everything that they're trying to do because it's clearly not working. And I don't think that I think the stock reflects that. I mean, down 65.25% year to date, the stock's not good. So please, guys, in my unprofessional, non financial advice opinion, do not buy this stock. Please subscribe to the channel. That's the video.